so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So, in the case of Monica McCrazy, aka Monica McNutt, it just seems to me every time that the mainstream media or somebody mentions Caitlin Clark, it's always either something racist or something dealing with her not being accountable, account for certain things, growing the league or business in college or whatever the case might be. And I just feel like anybody that's any analyst be on ESPN and they outside of the box, they tend to continue to show their ignorance of what excuse me, of what they be talking about when it comes down to Caitlin Clark. Now we know I'm gonna show my age a little bit. In the words of Eric B. and Rakim, Caitlin Clark is known around the world. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that she has gravitated not just girls, but boys as well. And she absolutely has America in the palm of her hand, for good or bad. We already know, a lot of her, her fans, have an issue with her with the Time Life magazine. But at the instance, it is what it is, but at the same time, me personally, people continue to downplay her impact and what she means to a community, and just use a baseless analogy like Monica McNutt has. It just goes to show that a pretty face does. I'm trying not to be that person, but I have to be this person today. A pretty face is not always the smartest in the brain. Do you have some smart people that's less attractive? But when ESPN puts a pretty face up there, it's just for show. It's just for eye candy. It doesn't mean they don't know what it doesn't mean they don't know what they're talking about, but it just shows that when they think or they say something, it comes out all wrong. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna show you this clip of Monica McNutt. She's talking to a reporter. I think it's from BBC News, but let's dive in real quick.
Make it long-term commercially viable.
Two things. I think it has to show up in our storytelling, and it has to be encouraged by our families.
Yeah.
To me, right? And so covering the WNBA this past season, Caitlin Clark's rookie year, for all of the conversation that surrounded her, some which was fair and some which wasn't, the one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her. Little girls with their parents and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games. But I think Caitlin represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America. And so she represented a whole lot to a lot of people, whether that is truly what she prescribed to or not. We can all say she is a dynamic basketball player and a force both on the court and the marketing sense. But I do think, same thing with folks that may have fallen in love with Angel Reese that she may or may not have agreed with everything they had to say either. We attach our fandom to these icons for all types of reasons, and sometimes they may not be based in all truth.
Now, she said that because she's a white girl from Iowa, that's the reason why little white girls gravitate towards her. And then she said, the same way men gravitate towards Angel Reese. Sometimes you have to sit back and laugh because this is what you get. This is what you get from people like Monica McNutt, people like Andre Carter, people like Ellen Duncan. They just talk. They don't. It's like they talk and they don't look at the whole overall picture. Caitlin Clark represents more than just her Iowa base. She's a white girl from Iowa, but at the same time, she has gravitated black men, black women, black children, white families, black families. It's not just one-sided. And just to understand the logic of how they think is that, well, because she's white. Okay, what if she was black? Could she still have the same impact and carry the same attributes that she has now as a white person? Sure. But this is what they want you to believe. This is what they want you to continue to focus on. The narrative of race, white versus black. That's what they want you to continue to focus on. They don't want to say, well, hey, Caitlin Clark impact has influenced many people around the world, white men, black men, kids, multicultural. We have seen videos for the past last year to up to now that how Caitlin influence overseas had garnered African kids in Africa. You know, she just did something for her school, not once with her foundation, but twice, giving school supplies, then turn around and do courts, basketball, recreation courts and stuff like that. And there are white and black kids in there. I just seen where she did a conference in Kentucky, and it's a video that I was going to implement in here, but I just wait till a separate video to go back into it. But it just shows the gravity that Caitlin Clark has on everybody, not just one race. It's everybody. And people just need to understand and quit trying to use race as even with Angel Reese. You know, Angel Reese does her thing differently from Caitlin Clark because we relate to Caitlin Clark better than we relate to Angel Reese. A lot of people relate to Angel Reese in a certain way. But at the same time, they are nowhere alike. None. You cannot compare Angel Reese to what Caitlin Clark has done. You cannot compare Angel Reese to what Caitlin Clark gravity has become. You cannot compare Angel Reese to what Caitlin Clark means. Fact of this, Caitlin Clark is sitting with the NFL owners and the NFL commissioner with Serena Williams and Serena Williams' husband and Eli Manning to launch something for to bring flag football for men, for boys and girls, a league partner with the NFL. You're not going to see Roger Goodell sitting down with no damn Angel Reese. That shit is not going to happen. You're not going to see that. As many endorsements that Angel Reese has gotten, being partnered with another sports brand is top tier. Top tier. So for Monica McCrazy to sit there and just give that blatant statement like that, it's just very asinine. It's just very crazy to sit back and watch how these people really, really spend their day. And like she said, well, I had watched the W and seen Caitlin Clark, you know, the good things and the bad things. Some was wanted, some was not wanted. But at the same time, there's a lot of things for what she accomplished in the W, it was all good. For the things that the W has shunned her for, it's absolutely wrong. And to this day, None of these analysts is going to get on ESPN, Fox, or none of these channels and say, hey, the WNBA has been very unfair to Caitlin Clark since her rookie season because they keep denying the impact that she has brought to the league. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Rebecca Lobo, sometimes Sue Bird, and you got Lisa Leslie out here advocating and understanding what Caitlin Clark means to not just the league, but outside the league, internationally, to young children, whether what color they are. At the end of the day, this is what we got to deal with on a daily basis. That's why it takes me and others who does content creation to bring facts and information to y'all. Because these people is never going to give the correct facts to y'all. They're going to continue to sugarcoat it. They continue to BS us around. They're going to continue to make excuses. And right now, they really don't have a leg to stand on because they get called out all the time. They get called out all the time. And like I said, Monica McNutt should be ashamed of herself. But does she have any shame? Nah, she don't. Because ESPN probably paying her a pretty good penny. She's going to walk that walk until she decides to leave, and start something. Then you probably start hearing her sing another doggone tune. The fact of the matter is, man, Caitlin Clark is universally known on the microphone. So, yeah. But I say that, and I say it again. Caitlin Clark is universally known. She's international. She's what America views as, you could say, the working woman or whatever, how you want to categorize Caitlin Clark. But to deny her impact, her influence, and try to make it race bait to say that her popularity garners just white America, that's not facts. You know what I'm saying? Because I have seen last year there some little black girls and boys coming up to Fever games in Caitlin Clark jerseys. And Caitlin Clark, you seen her play with little boys at the Habitat for Humanity situation. So, like I said, man, these people don't cease to amaze me. They don't cease to amaze me at all. And it's sad to continue to watch it. But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. And I continue to show the light that they continue to keep a dark cloud over a person that has done a lot, has done more than what any person in the league has ever done. So until then, like, comment, subscribe. This your boy Livewire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.